Elden Ring is a hard-ass game. Game critics want it to be easier. So mod creator Trash Panda 69420 ate Taco Bell and shit all over that idea.
I'm gonna shit.
I mean, completely ripped himself a new one. This, I'm being stabbed, was not easy. No, I fucking dodged! Ah! And challenged anybody to beat his seemingly impossible mod. No! With the reward of making it even more difficult if anybody were to beat it. Hi, I'm Pants and I'm a fucking I'm sorry, I meant masochist. But I also hate women, and I'll be taking up this challenge and completing Elden Ring on its hardest difficulty. Speaking of hardest difficulty, this isn't going to be your typical run. All my stats are at level 1, so I can't equip anything properly, which doesn't matter since scaling doesn't work, which means we can only do base damage the entire game. Oh, and I forgot to mention, everything one-shots me, even the mentally disabled. So Flasks are worthless, and the vials of health, FP, and stamina are as fake as Jared from Subway's overtime hours. Basically, the bars you see up there are an illusion. So during combat, instead of looking at these bars for reference, I have to use my sixth sense of monkey to figure out how much of these 3 bars I have left. But none of that really matters since everything one-shots me. Armor and other forms of protection are a rubber coating of bullshit. Since every attack has the power of a 120-gallon Vigor 7.5 HP lubricated rotary vane vacuum system, so the only solution for our character Walrusy is to become a glass cannon himself. But at least glass cannons can actually do damage, so it'd be more befitting to say I'm just glass, without the damage part, since as you know, everything one-shots me. No, are you joking me? And that means we have to actually adopt real-world skills to properly tap our B button before the bosses. And that means spending countless of real-life gacha game hours fighting the same boss over and over again just to get good. Yes! And that of course means spending countless of hours grinding for runes just to level up once since it requires 600,000 runes. And that of course also means inevitably giving up because this is fucking hell mode and beating bosses without getting hit. God, this is so stupid! Is harder than removing the microchip that's been planted inside my rectum. And to make it even worse, bleed/frost damage are almost non-existent. So don't even think about using a bleed build, you garbage piece of shit, because they have been nerfed. And luckily for you guys, I've grown to hate myself enough. God damn it! Why? To attempt to beat this stupid fucking mod and all the restrictions that come with it. So help me God. First, I need to find a weapon, preferably one that can do chemistry, since the mod creator only changed the biology of bleeding and frosting to death. Poison and scarlet rot are completely unaffected and can give us a competitive advantage when it comes to running away, since as we know, my body proportions are much too Stephen Hawking's-like to fight things head-on. So once I started the game, I went to acquire the perfect weapon, the Snake-a-Snake. But to get such a weapon, we need to enter the abandoned cave and then abandon all hope, because getting past these scarlet rotted geysers means having perfect timing, and I don't have ultra instinct, so I gave the fuck. Oh shit, I did it. We have our weapon now, the Snake-a-Snake, but we can't equip it. But we have our weapon, and now we can apply the Shrek gas poison to all of our
enemies.
No you can't. You need to meet the stat requirement in order to apply the poison, and you have one of everything.
Oh shit, how are we going to use the weapons then?
You're the fucking narrator,
We can grab Radigun Source Seal for 5 extra stat points in the Kalid's Chemist Lab, and then use the wondrous Glug Glug to fill out the rest of these missing stats. More specifically, the Strength and Dexterity Crystal tier, which give us a +10 stat boost. So with this, we can not only use the Snake-a-Snake, but we can also use another weapon that looks like the broomstick from 13 Reasons Why to apply cancer to our enemies. And this is quite effective, as cancer is, except against Margit, since Margit is harder, and not the good kind of hard.
Oh, hell no.
But we'll get into that later, since now we need to go and fight Rykard. And you might be wondering how, since the only way to access him is to fight the Godskin Noble. And to that, I say parkour, motherfuckers, since if we punch the air at just the right notch while in the air, we could magically get across these beams and then up the cliffside to then run our way to meet my top donator, Riker, who if you notice is a snake and moans far too much. And in Riker's arena, there's a stick weapon that doesn't require any stats to equip and is the perfect weapon for the start of this run. Since Riker is easy if you give yourself multiple head-on concussions ramming yourself into this rock until we can activate levitation and make our way to a platform which Riker cannot hit us through. And this is not cheating. This is called King of the Hill. And now with Riker dead,
I live, bitch.
say it with me, chat. Together, we can devour the gods together. Yes! Yes! Now stay dead. With that, we have defeated a demigod, and now we're gonna defeat one more. Radane, Lord of Cock and Balls, who made me scream quite a lot. Oh my god! And wished I had been a miscarriage. God damn it! Why? But a miscarriage can't save me from the hell I was put through. Basically, because we do no damage, we have to rely on the furry squad to do the damage for us. And there's quite a lot of these fuckers, but they're slow. The boss has doubled health, and this takes far too long. So to speed this up, I have poison arrows I can shoot with the only bow I can equip in the game, which helps. But poison is ass in this game, and once he enters his gravity falls on my balls phase, I dip from shooting arrows since he can scream and no! Kill me within a 40-meter radius. No, are you joking me? And staying back and summoning furries is a much better use of my time. Now once second phase begins, we need to be extra careful. Oh, that almost murdered me. Since he can launch Thanos ball sacks at us, which can come out of nowhere. What the? God damn it! But if we manage to avoid his monkeypox balls, we can slowly but surely send the I unironically wear a dog costume in public squad to face Radane, Lord of Cock and Balls. And you know what they say, with enough furries comes great responsibility. And lots of furry sex. Is he dead? Is he dead? Yes! 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 Now with Radane dead, we gain a talisman pouch, which we can use to equip the dexterity talisman. But to get that, we have to kill Commander O'Neill, who doesn't take kindly to strangers. No! What? No! And is capable of summoning a batch of white people. No! But luckily for us, he is lacking in the chromosome department and likes to take long walks on the beach, filled with Melania's piss. Same here, brother. And that happens to be his biggest weakness, so he dies. Yes! 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 Finally! And we can now grab our dexterity talisman, which now allows us to tackle Margit, the dick rider, who got quite a health buff from the mod creator and is now overpowered. But basically, the easiest way to do this is to use cancer and Shrek poison to debilitate him while we run around avoiding all his attacks. No! How? This is especially important in his second phase, which requires us to proc cancer 2 times before he commits deletion, which is way harder than it looks. How? Since some of his attacks are literally impossible to dodge in certain positions, and gravity, bitch. No! 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 What? But with enough perseverance, like 6 hours, and continuous cell duplication, cancer, we can manage to no-hit the dick rider. Die! Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnish! And take his talisman pouch, which we will need for the draconic tree terrorist and his unethical behavior involving unrestrained battery. But before we get into him, we have to do a few things that involves murder. Voluntary murder. And that is because invasions, as you see on the screen, give us a lot of runes. I don't know why. But we can use this to take out our sexual frustrations and gather enough runes to level up 1 time. one fucking time. And the reason we do this is so that we can poison the draconic tree terrorist, but 2 faith will not cut it since we need 12 for poison mist. So what we can do is adventure to Limbo and gather Marika's sword seal for +3 faith. Then go to the purified runes for the 2 finger, which are up my ass, and give us +5 faith. And lastly, grab this commoner garb and ruler's mask since we're commoners now and not a god, which gives us +1 faith. And with all that math, we have just enough to shove green gas into the draconic tree terrorist rectal prolapse, except for the fact that we don't have enough FP to last his entire health bar, even with 12 cerulean flask. But there is a solution, which is to kill one of the ulcerated tree spirits. And to do this, oh my god, this is so stupid! We have to utilize the shitty AI and spam poison mist inside the rectum again, which will eventually give us the cerulean hidden tear, which we can use to apply 1 more poison mist to the prolapsed anus, which allows us to do our job of TSA airport security. Yes! 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 We did it! We did it! With the terrorist gone, we have access to an entire capital, which will skip and head straight to the piss goblin. Now this mighty piss goblin is a problem which I, the mighty Pants, has to deal with. Firstly, I attempted to use a bow, since we lack the HP, to create distance between me and this piss boy. But that didn't work, because this bow does no damage, even at +17. So the best strategy was to get fucking good scrub and do the entire boss without getting hit. The best weapon to use was the Serpent Hunter from earlier for obvious reasons. But even with the damage of the Serpent Hunter, we do no damage. And this fight can last us 10 minutes straight. And I don't know if anybody's tried to be perfect for 10 minutes straight, but it's fucking impossible. No! That is without the opaline bubble tier, and the reason this tier is so good is it allows us to take 1 hit of extra damage, and you can imagine how good it feels to actually take a hit of damage and not cease existence. So with this tier, I still died a fucking lot, but was able to inch my way closer to victory, and then eventually I became the Ultra Instinct and did it. Yes! I did it! I did it! Godfrey down! Yes! I did it! And now with Pissman done with, we have to fight Morgoth, the fallen oppressor. And with our current abilities, we lack the skill to even last a fight with this guy. To counteract this skill issue, we have to use the power of friendship and poison arrows to try to beat him, but we ended in failure. No, that didn't even hit me! So the key piece of this puzzle of getting past the oppressor is to become a suppressor by obtaining the Black Knife Tish. But to get this Ash, we need to kill the Black Knife Tish for real, which is not going to be an easy task. But first we have to actually get there, since the boss lies among the Moonlight Altar, which is part of Ronnie's questline. But fuck that bitch. We can just commit the seppuku and arrive at the Moonlight Altar the unintended way, where we can now face the Black Knife Tish. Now the fun thing about this boss is its ability to get stuck on this rock, which makes it susceptible to minutes of blunt force trauma. Come on! Yeah! Which gives us the ash we need to make us a suppressor of the oppressor Morgoth. However, if you're wondering how I can summon such a man with such a low FP stat, let's take you back to me poisoning a tree spirit's anus, which allowed us to obtain the cerulean hidden tear. And now with all of this, we can use everything to our advantage. Black Knife Tish summon, Melina, Margit's shackle, the Antspur rapier, poison arrows, and perfect dodging skills to dominate Morgoth and send his outdated ideologies back to where they came from. Yes! We did it! Now with Morgoth dead, we have to go to the mountaintops of giants, but I'll save that for part 2. So in the meantime, click on this video right here so that I can earn more money off it. Do it. Now.